That was the initial turn on. Here we go, guys. That was 3,000 RPMs. What's going on, fellow redliners? Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for joining me, and for those of you guys that are new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and welcome to my channel. This is my brand new 2016 Chevrolet Corvette C7 Z51 that I just purchased. If you guys are following the channel for a while, you guys know that I've been on the hunt for something like this for about like 6 months now. Well, I wanted a specific spec and with specific options, and it was really, really hard to find, especially in a Laguna Blue, which is the color that I expected. And I'm sorry that it's so like dirty right now. It just got transported in after a 3,000-mile trek, so bear with me. And it's Arctic in the winter here. It's winter in the Arctic here, so very, very dirty all over the place. So I apologize on behalf of the car, and it's not usually how I keep my cars. If you guys know, I am very, very clean. I love to keep my cars clean. And in fact, I got detailing equipment in the car to go and wash it right after creating this video, but it's like negative 30 degrees outside, so I didn't want to wash it, film this video, and then let everything freeze on the car. I'm gonna go put it in my heated garage for it to dry off nicely. But anywho, this is the car, like I mentioned earlier. It is a Laguna Blue Specs 1 Z51. I've loaded up this car with every single option basically that you can get, and that's why it took me so long to find, because I didn't want to compromise on anything, and I wanted exactly, it's this specific spec. The Laguna Blue, I wanted to get my GTR in a Laguna Blue, or in like a blue, but I wanted the red interior on that car, and that didn't work out. Nissan didn't let you do it at that point in time, so unfortunately I couldn't do it. But I've come back and I've picked up a brilliant Laguna Blue Corvette, and you can see the Z51 brakes there. The only thing, guys, actually there were a couple things that I didn't like on this car, but it was like everything else was perfect. I wanted to get the calipers here, right here, in a more nice finish. I just don't like the black. I was hoping for like a red. That would be my ultimate preference on this guy, but unfortunately, again, this is just kind of how they had it on the lot. We got, of course, with Corvette, you got a brilliant carbon fiber hood. You can see just how light it is. I'm pushing it down with a single finger, and no, I'm not The Rock. We got the brilliant LT1 engine underneath the hood, and believe me, if you guys know me, this car is not staying stock. This car is going to become a horsepower demon not in the winter time. It will become a horsepower demon in the summertime when I continue to drive it. But take a look at that beautiful LT1 engine, pushrod V8, and it sounds absolutely brilliant. So obviously, we're going to do some more modifications, make it even louder, release the American bald eagles in this car for sure. But for now, as a stock vehicle, it sounds amazing. In comparison, obviously no comparison. You got a twin turbo V8 on the V6 on the GTR. That thing from the factory sounded like a vacuum cleaner. I own one, guys, don't get mad at me. That's how it sounded like. Sounds much better now with all the modifications I've done to it, but still, this thing sounds probably one of the best sounding V8s from the factory. I think the Jaguar F-Type may have something to say about that. But besides that, obviously we see the hood up there. This one obviously has the dry sump oil system over there. With the Z51, you get that it's like 9 quarts of oil that can fit in there, so that when you're doing track days and stuff and moving the car around, you'll always have oil. It doesn't go unlubed, and there's a sexual joke in there, but we're gonna leave it be for now. The car also obviously has you can't buy a Corvette without doing it. You gotta have the Npp exhaust on the vehicle. You can see the quad tips there. I'm just waiting for focus. And here you guys can see the brilliant Npp exhaust on the Corvette. That thing sounds amazing. I'll include some rev time right now when I picked it up off the just off the railway there. I have 2 different modes. I have one in sport mode and one in tour mode, and you can see the difference. I'll show you guys that. All right, guys, here we go. Outside clips. On tour mode. some rev time, guys. Obviously right now it's in track mode. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but hopefully you guys get a good view of the, or good sound of the exhaust. Here we go, track mode, warm start, and obviously the car's warm. I wouldn't rev the car, you know, when it's not warm. So here we go. That was the initial turn on. Here we go, guys. That was 3,000 RPMs. So that's basically the outside of the vehicle, guys. We're gonna hop in. The inside of it is absolutely gorgeous on this car. The way it's spec'd out is exactly what I wanted, and I will show you guys that in just a second. Let me pop the rear hatch and show you what's going on over here too. So with these guys, it's just a button right there, pops right open, and there you have it. Not much in there, just like I said, detailing cloths to just basically clean the car in a second. You can tell it's really windy and really cold, so we're gonna hop in just momentarily. Here you get a little storage bin. With all Corvettes, I just have my trunk liner in there. And then you get your, basically an outlet here to use, or you can charge the battery when it's in the storage facility. Very innovative. I really wish my GTR had that, because that is so convenient. Smart thinking, Chevy. Good job on your part. And obviously this car also is the Targa, so you can see the mounts to mount it over there in the distance. And it is, guys, my hands are like, they're cold. One thing I hate about the Corvettes, you really have to push because of the air inside. You really got to push down or slam it, and I don't want to slam it, so I'll just do that. But we'll close up the bonnet, or hood as most say in North America. Drop this side down, latch this side back up, boom, let's hop in. Alright, so for the interior of my Corvette, I've spec'd it out with the carbon fiber bucket seats, the competition bucket seats. You can see the carbon fiber weave showing through there. Let me get some close-up of that. I also have the suede inserts on the seat to keep you in when you're doing those track days or those spirited drives in Mexico, like I love to do, like you guys know I love to do. Also has obviously the heads-up display. The vehicle is a 3LT, so it gives you all the goodies like memory seats, the heads-up display, the magnetic ride. I'm gonna hop in because it's so cold outside. Magnetic ride, PDR in the car. Let's turn on the screen a little bit and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Alright guys, we have the infotainment up here, as you guys saw. Like I said, has the PDR. I don't have a memory card in there because I just obviously purchased the vehicle. So, blah. I gotta obviously start recording. I can't start recording because there's no SD card. The SD card on the Corvettes are indeed in there. But again, I don't have that, unfortunately. So that is, well, you guys know how that works. There's tons of videos online about how to use the PDR on the car. Obviously has nav with the 3LT, very basic stuff there. Settings, you can use your phone, has Android Auto and all that jazz incorporated in there. But most importantly on this vehicle, guys, the most important feature that it has is the dual mode or the quad mode or the, I think it's 4 modes, because it has Eco, Tour, Sport, and Track, and it's really different in every single mode, and it's brilliantly different. And like in Tour or in Stealth mode, it's very quiet if you don't want to like wake up your neighbors and stuff. I mean, it's very quiet for a 6.2 liter V8, but it's still pretty loud and menacing. But nevertheless, if you put it in track mode, you definitely see the huge difference between the two. You also got the heads-up display. I hope I can get like to show you on camera there. That is the heads-up display. I'm sorry, I see it flickering on my camera. Not quite sure like obviously it's probably refreshing very quickly. But with the 3LT, you get that. You also get, well, I got it in a manual transmission. Obviously, it is the more spirited version of the car. I think that it's what the car really deserves. Not a huge fan of the 8-speed auto, but to some they love that, you know, personal preference. No worries on that front. It does come with the Rev Matching there. Oop, let me see if I can get focused. There it is. Rev Match on and off. You use those paddle shifters, just basically recycled shifters that you can use from the 8-speed. They just, you really use them as rev matching paddles for the manual transmission. You take it on to turn auto rev matching off, click it again, turn auto rev matching off, on, whatever I said. Very, very easy process. You also get this cool, I love this feature on the Corvette. You get this screen pop down there. Brilliant, huge amount of storage in here. Obviously, you got that huge amount of storage there with the hatch as well. It is phenomenal in here. You also get that Napa leather I forgot to mention with the 3LT. So all these seats that you see here are coated. The leather on the sides, the top, is all Napa, and obviously, like I mentioned, suede inserts in the seats. Obviously suede on the steering wheel as well. You can see, let me get some focus. That's suede as well. This is obviously suede as well. It also has the suede, I got the extended suede, so all this is, you can see that's all suede there. Also goes up into the A-pillars. I also got the transparent rooftop, which was one of my, actually, really what I wanted the dual roof package Corvette, but no one had one. So the dual roof package is where you get like a transparent top and you get the carbon fiber one as well. No one had it, so I just settled for the transparent top. It's what I really wanted anyways. I'm gonna have it off most of the time in the summers because my car don't really see rain very often. GTR has never seen rain. Don't think this one's gonna see rain very often. So I'm obviously gonna have it off, but it's just nice to have if I ever want to have it on. It's very, very nice. Lets all the light in. You can see the sun over there. And again, I apologize that it's a little dirty. It's like I said, 3,000 miles, guys, to get it here. And it was killing me for about 2 months. It was being transported over. Absolutely killed me. But I'm glad I have it. Very, very nice. You also get the dual mode temperatures, and you can just click that sync button right there. Yes, I know, the car's off. Yeah, you can hit that sync mode to sync it up. Besides that, guys, the car, I think, is brilliant. Obviously, I've watched so many videos, I've read so much about it that I'm just super familiar with, and I love that because I know exactly where everything is, like how to use everything in the settings. One last thing I want to show you, I just want to go right here. Go into the driving mode, hit OK. Engine sound management, that's what I was talking about earlier. So you can have auto, stealth, tour. I have obviously set it to track. Track's the best. Just track life all day, every day. But you can go through that and change that. That's the same one that you see in the Camaros as well. Camaro SS has it with a dual mode exhaust. It's not unique to the Corvette. It's available on some of the sports car family from Chevy. You also get the steering, different weights. I also have it set to track, obviously. The other thing that this one has is that with the memory seat package, it also allows you to move the seat back and move the steering wheel front every time you exit and enter. I'm really not a huge fan of that because you always have to hit the parking brake in order for it to activate that, which is just, in my opinion, I get it, like they programmed it some way for the auto, and that works fine with the auto because you put it in park, it'll do its thing. With the manual, I leave my cars in gear, never use the handbrake. And one thing I hate about this car, okay, Chevy can do this on like the Equinox, the like Cruise, the other run-of-the-mill vehicles, but why do it on sports cars? Why do you have this little flimsy little plastic like park brake? I hate that. It's so useless, and it's really annoying having to hit it on, hit it off every time. For me to use that feature, I'm gonna have to use that. And I said screw it already. Yeah, I'm like 350 miles in. I said screw it. Forget about it. I just turned it off. I kept my seat the way it is, and I'll exit and enter, without any worries. Besides that, guys, that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you guys like the C7, and if you guys like this car, want to follow its journey, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends, let these bald eagles fly, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next videos, guys. Cheers, take care, bye-bye, see you next video.